Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. And welcome to another edition of the Godzilla Garage, where I exclusively talk about Godzilla and Godzilla related content. This edition of the Godzilla Garage is in conjunction with the Token 10, my top 10 list for a particular subject matter. Wow, I am just about 36 hours away from seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters, the most anticipated movie of the year for me. And, I have not reviewed any of the Godzilla movies because I don't think a review by me at this format would do any of them justice. And a lot of you are wondering what are my feelings about certain Godzilla movies. So, you know what? I figured, why don't I just go ahead and let you all know what my 10 favorite Godzilla movies are. So, sit back and enjoy the Token 10's Godzilla movies. Starting with number 10, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. The last good movie in the Showa era and the best movie Jun Fukuda directed, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla is all sorts of fun. Mechagodzilla is just awesome. First trying to impersonate Godzilla, but then when he's revealed, as the mechanic kaiju Terminator-like, holy crap, all the missiles and beams he has is just freaking awesome. And how he beats the crap out of Godzilla and King Caesar, wow. I mean, King Caesar is pretty overhyped and useless, but then again, if he wasn't the shield that he was, I don't think Godzilla would have won. And poor Anguirus, I don't have the love for Anguirus that most people do, but he deserves better. He deserves some revenge or some redemption. But a lot of fun, cool music, decent characters, fun ride. Recommend this for anyone. Number 9, Godzilla vs. Biollante. I hated this movie when I first saw it. It was the first new Godzilla movie I saw after Godzilla 1985. This is the first Godzilla movie that I saw completely in Japanese without any subtitles. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was bored, even though I did like the new Godzilla suit and Godzilla coming out of the volcano, I couldn't stand this movie, at first. Took me I think it took me about 15 years, like in my late 20s, to really appreciate this movie for how awesome it is, using new means of science as an allegory, basically genetic engineering, as opposed to the atomic bomb. We also had Godzilla for the first time being much more of an international problem, not only in politics but with corporations. And we have a lot of good characters in this movie, and we also have basically an awesome looking kaiju in Biollante. Biollante is one of the most amazing, daikaijus that is brought to screen. And so while there are some issues that I have with the movie, particularly the English, when they speak in English, the music is very hit and miss, really hit and miss actually. But other than that, this is definitely one of the best in the franchise, and it went from being one of my most hated to one of the ones that I like the most. Number 8, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. The movie that drastically changed the Godzilla franchise. This is the start of Godzilla being seen as a superhero and being seen as a good guy, and this is a movie that introduced Rodan into the Godzilla franchise, and also introduced one of Godzilla's most heated rivals, his biggest enemy, King Ghidorah, or King Ghidorah. I go back and forth with the names, and King Ghidorah had an awesome first appearance. Now, a lot of people don't like the human story in this, and I can see why, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. Two of my favorite Godzilla actors are in this, Yusuke Nagasaki, who was also in Godzilla 1985 or Return of Godzilla, and Yoko Hoshi, if I'm pronouncing her name right, I'm probably mispronouncing her name, sorry, So you got those actors in this movie, and I also liked, the whole Kenji Sahara as a bad guy as well, as always in this. But the human side is actually interesting for me, and I enjoyed it. And this is the last time we see the Peanuts at the Shobijin. And come on, Godzilla with terrible language, freaking awesome, So Godzilla King of the Monsters is probably going to be a retelling of this in a certain way, but Ghidorah the three-headed monster is definitely a must-watch for any Godzilla fan, and it is just tons of fun if you're into 60s sci-fi cheese. Number 7. Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Alright, this is Godzilla against Mechagodzilla is my favorite movie in the Millennium series, and this is the one that I watch the most. This is actually my favorite Mechagodzilla design in Kiru. Kiru is translates to mechanical dragon. He just looks awesome in this, and the CGI for him, as well as the suit animation is done very well. And I also love, this is like one of the movies that has the best human characters in Akane, and her relationship with the scientist and the scientist's daughter is excellent, as well as basically the political intrigue in this. And finally, in the Millennium era, other Toho movies are actually part of the canon, which is a plus. And the fight scenes between Kiru and Mechagodzilla is amazing. This is actually Godzilla's best first appearance in the Millennium era. And to top it off, the score in this, I keep forgetting the composer's name. This is the only female composer in the whole franchise, but her score is updated from, first Mechagodzilla, and it's just badass. So yeah, my favorite movie of the Millennium era, and basically this is one of the few movies I can recommend for people who are not Godzilla fans. So definitely, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Number 7. Number 6 is Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Another movie that I initially hated that I also saw in Japanese without subtitles, thanks to my uncle. But unlike Biollante, I quickly liked this movie upon second viewing with subtitles. This Back to the Future plot and everything is just, it has its issues, but seeing Godzilla in this movie being both, force of nature, antagonist, protagonist. I did a video saying this is Godzilla's best representation of personality, and it is so. Top it off, we also have excellent characters, show stealers being M11 by Robert Scott Field, and also, I forgot her name. I forgot her name. I can't believe I forgot her name. Oh, Emmy. Anyway. And so those are the show stealers of this movie. Plus, this new design for King Ghidorah is awesome. And Mecha King Ghidorah, my favorite mecha, the whole franchise. This movie is I watched this so many times. It's just a great watch and a lot of fun. And I'm going over my time right now, so I'm going to cut this video short. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Please drop me a comment below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook at Token Dave, or on Twitter, Instagram at Token Dave 80. Subscribe, ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But this has been Token Dave, dorky token black guy, just trying to get by. Catch y'all later.